Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Here we have a newspaper unboxing, and if you saw by the title of this video, it's going to be part 1 of 2, just because I have so many newspapers and it'll be tough to make one video out of it. But without further ado, let's get into it. Pretty excited about this one. It just arrived in the mail today, and I'll show you where it's from in a minute. Open it, cut into it here. They always package it nice. I've ordered from them before a bunch of times actually. Pretty quick shipping, pretty reliable. So I'll hurt myself with that, put that aside. Alright, and I'll show you the, it's from the Gettysburg Museum of History. It's probably backwards for you guys. I'll show you up close. And here it is. It is a 1926 Nazi Party newspaper. So real early Nazi item here. Pretty sought after, pretty rare to find early stuff of their party. And yeah, I'll show you guys up close then in a minute. Here we have the card that they provide in every item you purchase from them. But they only ship domestically, so unfortunately they don't ship out of the country. But definitely check them out. Everything's certified. And here's the newspaper itself. And there's the date up there. Pretty cool find. This print of newspaper started out in the early 1920s, and then after Hitler was imprisoned, they stopped production of this newspaper. And then after his release of prison, they reissued these. So this would have been a later issue after he got out of prison. And here we have the back. I'm going to try to translate most of what I can. Be interesting to read some of these articles. Here it looks like we got some advertisements. Looks like for a couch there. Or chair. One last look at the front here. See, it's got some wear to it. Not afraid to open it up. without ripping some, so I'm gonna avoid that, but overall it's pretty nice. Alright, and here we have some of my collection here. Took a minute to get some of them out of the packaging, but we'll start off up here. This is got a Civil Aeronautics Journal, dated 1943. Sorry for the glare. Some of these I'm going to keep in the packaging, but then moving along, we got a Harper's Weekly issue, and that's not the price I paid for it, but pretty cool to have one of these. Dated 1862, Saturday, October 11th. And it's pretty cool on the back of it, all the cartoons here. Guy cutting down the slavery tree. And of course more ads. Pretty cool to read some of these. Pause the video anytime too. Just kind of quickly going through these. Again, it'd be an hours long video if I went full in depth with a lot of these, or with all of them. And here we got Pearl Harbor newspaper. Really cool to have this. Shows full speech there. Famous Roosevelt speech. Then you got this one here from the Cold War era. Yep, 1954. Like bringing troops home, I believe it's about. Let me flip it over here. A little article there about it. Yeah. And then this newspaper here is really cool. It's November 19th, 1863, and it's the same date as the Gettysburg Address. So in this article, it's talking about Lincoln. There's an article about Lincoln going to attend Gettysburg. Again, I'm not gonna take it out of its. The article is inside. If you flip a couple pages, but this is in really nice condition. See some wear on the sides, but and there's also articles about Gettysburg too in here. Again, sorry for the glare. Just talking about New England there. Battle of Kelly's Ford. Some of these, it talks about like the casualties at each battle. It's pretty cool. And here we've got some real estate for sale. And last for this grouping is my oldest newspaper here. Try to get the glare out. It's the London Chronicle, dated June 27th, 1771. and it's a year after the Boston Massacre, which is really cool. I've read it over quickly. I've had this for a while now, and it doesn't really touch base on what's going on over here in the States, but colonies at the time. But pretty cool to see what their daily life was, some of the news going on in their world. So I like to try to keep that in there. Here we have the last three for this group. So out to the left here, we got a reproduction Civil War Times newspaper, and but it covers Gettysburg, all 3 days of it. So this would have been an actual newspaper at the time, dated July 2nd, 1863. Well, the first 2 days at least. But talks about Reynolds' death there. Article about that. Talks about the whole battle plans. Oh, I'm sorry, this is all 3 days. Yep. So it talks about each day basically, and there's some what turned out to be a famous picture of Gettysburg. I'm sure they knew at the time that this was going to be a big, decisive battle, historical one. There's Warren there. Pretty cool. Just talking about Pickett's charge there. Jenny Wade, the only civilian to be killed there. And then, yep, on July 4th, well, this is on the 5th, but 4th of July, Vicksburg fell. So, I'm talking about Lee's retreat there. Pretty much back-to-back victories for the Union. Yeah. All right, next we have a event pamphlet from Rainbow Corner over in London, November 11th, 1945, and it's the 3rd anniversary of it, of the American Red Cross Rainbow Corner, Shaftesbury Avenue. So I probably butchered that. It says 3 years ago, the generous hearts of the American people created a little bit of America in the center of London, right off Piccadilly Circus, on Sunday, November 11th, 1945. And all the events of that, or all the times of that event. Never seen something like that before. And then we got the Navy Blue Jackets Manual, 1944. And it's even signed. Talks everything about. There's some flags there. Ones to look out for. Warning signs, warning flags. and all the insignias, ranks. I could go through the whole book, but I've looked into it a couple times. It's pretty interesting. And nothing on the back. All right, guys, there you have it. And like I said, I'll be doing a part 2 for my other half of newspapers I have. So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks guys for watching, and see you later.